And now it's time for our viewer mail. First viewer mail comes from Tom Doble. Tom says, the last few weeks I've enjoyed the segments on Raw with Edge and the GM. There have been quite a few classic moments in this storyline. Now that Edge has gone to SmackDown, do you think that the storyline is dead? Or do you think it will continue in some form on SmackDown? Now let's take it over to your analysts, David Hero and Damian Nelson.
Well, David, Edge traded to SmackDown last Monday night on Raw. I don't see how it can continue.
Absolutely, it can't continue. I mean, it's a different show.
Now he's gone.
That keyboard's not going to show up on Sci-Fi. Well, it could. That would make sense.
If it was still SCI-Fi.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of like Randy Moss going to the Vikings.
Who?
You know, that football player? Edge going to SmackDown. It's a big move. It's going to be
He's done it several times before. He's gone back and forth. It's temporary.
Well, it's always temporary. I wish, they would tell us who was going to be traded for him.
Some are saying the Big Show, some are saying CM Punk.
God, I hope it's not Big Show. But it should be one of those two because that feud's over with.
Why do they need to trade, though? As you said many a time before, all the stars are on Raw, so why trade?
Big Show's going to stay because he's the freak on Sci-Fi. They built a commercial around him.
They built a commercial around Cody Rhodes as well.
Who?
One half of the unified World Tag Team Champions, Cody Rhodes.
Didn't he lose to Randy Orton?
Well, Randy Orton's the WWE champion.
But you know what? Here's the thing. Randy Orton beat the tag team champions that night, if you really think about it. Once again, they booked the tag team champions to look weak by having Randy Orton diamond cutter both of them.
Edge over on SmackDown. Again, I don't think anybody needs to be traded back. Rey Mysterio's back this Friday night on SmackDown. He's going to wrestle Alberto Del Rio.
The 6'5" Alberto Del Rio.
I thought it was 5'5".
No, he grew a foot like the last month and a half. He's a star,
I don't think there's much more to this GM storyline, to be honest with you.
You know what? Not at all.
Thank you for that email, Tom. And now let's go to 10 Best with the man they call Beathead.
Welcome to another edition of WCW 10 Best. That's right, we're running down the 10 best WCW moments, WWF moments, Attitude Era moments, Monday Night War moments, and ECW moments. This time we're going to go with my number 5 in the 10 best WCW moments, April 10th, 2000. You didn't know what was going on, but you heard that Sullivan was removed from the booking committee. You also heard rumors that Bischoff and Russo were going to work together. How is this going to happen? I mean, those two butted heads forever. Well, they started off the show with all the talent gathered around the ring, new ring apron, new ring ropes, and they said, fresh start, relaunch. We're going to do the whole thing over again. We're tired of the same people over and over and over. So not only did we see Mike Awesome show up that night, we saw Billy Kidman go after Hulk Hogan. It didn't work out in the end, but it was pretty hot and exciting when it did happen.
Didn't they get bought a year later?
I'm going to do one of these segments. I'm going to do one of these segments on my own where there's no interruption. April 10th, 2000, number 5 of the 10 best WCW moments of all time, the New Blood relaunch.